This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. The battle to rid ourselves of the scourge that is Donald Trump as president in 2020 is well underway. I have been talking about the importance of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania for quite some time. Talked about the slimmest of slim margins by which Trump won those states in 2016. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, among other things, they're all Rust Belt states. If you're unfamiliar with the term, it refers to the general area of the country that has suffered the most during the deindustrialization that began in the 1980s. The general decline of manufacturing in the United States seems to have hurt these states the most. There's a blue-collar worker crisis in the United States, and very much so in Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania. Remember when Donald Trump made the constant claim that he was some kind of genius who had the secret elixir that would bring back manufacturing jobs?
We're here today to celebrate American engineering and American manufacturing. We're also here today to celebrate jobs. Our goal as a nation must be to rely less on imports and more on products made here in the USA. My focus has been all about jobs. And jobs is one of the primary reasons I'm standing here today as your president. And I will never, ever disappoint you. Believe me, I will not disappoint you.
Well, as with the voters in every state across the union, that wispy-haired freak show lied to voters, and especially in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. His promises of jobs and huge revitalizing manufacturing contracts have never materialized. I've done several videos on the bait and switch tactics of corporations that secure huge tax breaks from these states with promises of providing locals with jobs, only for those corporations to later renege and deliver nothing except communities in chaos in their wake. There is an extra egregious element to these promises/lies, though, and that is Donald Trump's involvement with and promoting of these deals and his ill-advised and universally maligned trade war with the world, where he has punished workers and the U.S. manufacturing sector with ridiculous tariffs, causing prices to rise, jobs to be lost, and in many cases, companies to shutter their doors altogether. And while Donald Trump has hurt Americans in each and every state of the union, this week we are really seeing how his lies and bumbling trade policies have hurt Wisconsin and hurt Pennsylvania. You see, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin were directly and dramatically on the losing end of Donald Trump's idiocy, losing thousands of manufacturing jobs over the course of the past 12 months, while lying to their faces in visits to the states, claiming the very opposite. According to Bloomberg, the states are important for Trump, whose pledges to reignite the sector are a cornerstone of his economic message. In the past year, though, manufacturing has weakened amid a trade war with China and slower global demand, making some companies hesitant to invest. The president was in Pennsylvania last month speaking to employees of Royal Dutch Shell plc, where he said assembly lines are roaring. You see, Donald Trump promised massive revitalization of the region's manufacturing economy, promised thousands of jobs, and is currently lying about those same stagnant assembly lines roaring. The truth, though, is grim. Because of the hesitancy to invest in the manufacturing sector, which is a result of Trump's trade war, Wisconsin lost over 5,000 manufacturing jobs, and Pennsylvania lost almost 8,000. These Trump-broken promises are now coming home to roost in 2020, because these voters who believe Trump's BS are waking up to the reality that they were lied to. And it could have a very big impact on the upcoming election. You see, in Wisconsin, Obama won by almost 7 points in 2012. And then Trump eked out a win by 0.7%, which is only 22,748 votes. Trump's lies could very well flip Wisconsin back to blue. And in Pennsylvania, Obama won by more than 5 points in 2012, and Trump squeezed by with a 0.7% margin of only 44,292 more votes than Clinton. So yes, the voters of Pennsylvania are likely to turn their backs on this treasonous liar-in-chief and help put our country back on track. So let's pay close attention to the candidates who have actual policy plans to help alleviate the pain of the working class in this region. And if you live in Wisconsin or Pennsylvania, reach out to someone you may know who works in this sector and reassure them that better times are on the way.